So morning all, and we are back out on the road with RB. Second sighting in 2 days, another red one. I'm testing this for the customer. It's already got 8k on it, so just the final bit of road test mileage for me to do, because some of it was put on last week by my other tech Taylor. And just sitting at a nice steady 45, and you may notice this morning it is horrible. It is absolutely horrible out here. And they've all said, are you riding? Yeah, got to be done. Ride test mileage has got to be put on the bike. You're going to get wet, so I don't care. Clean the camera quickly. It's that horrible fine rain. And one of the technicians said to me, yeah, he said, you don't want to get that fine rain. That's the wet stuff that goes straight through you. Rain is rain to me. So, obviously it's a wet day. The roads are damp. What's it like on the brakes? Front wheel. Does it slide? No. Now obviously fresh tyres, we'd always say on fresh tyres allow at least 50 miles on the tyres before you start obviously pushing the bike about. But I never have an issue with these tyres. And obviously we're on, as I say, nylon compound tyres. Does it make a difference to the handling of the bike? Absolutely not. As I keep banging on in every damn video, you ride according to the road conditions. So you can still lean it about, but obviously in wet weather you're going to be leaving a bigger space cushion from the vehicle in front. You're going to be sitting on your back brake, not your front brake. Try and stay away from the front brake unless you absolutely need it. Now with the Euro 5 bikes and some of the Euro 4s, they had combined braking systems, so left brake will do the back brake about 70% to the rear, 30% to the front. So we always say right lever, dry day, left lever, wet day. So just stay on the left lever, or if you're in any doubt, just use the left one all the time. That will give you both brakes and use your combined braking. But obviously on a wet day, taking it a little bit easier, sticking or trying to stick to the road conditions and driving it, you know, sort of within your limits to those road conditions. You're going to be covering your brakes all the time, watching out for bits of oil in the road. Now oil and diesel and grease and all that normally accumulates down position 2, which is dead center in the road, which is where the car wheels do not go. But if you do see the road looks a little bit luminous or a little bit weird in colour, that normally means that it's either oil or petrol, or there's a bit of grease on the road. So just try and avoid that and try and not to brake on that, but obviously be scanning the road ahead. As I said in the last video that I put up, use your 7s, which is your limit point, 1, 2, nearer to your 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is mirrors, clocks, offside mirror. So use your 7, that will keep you out of trouble. But as always, these little titans just rocking along, doing what they need to do. Very, very easy to get to the switch gear as well. Like I've said on loads and loads of previous videos, never had an issue with a Titan. Obviously Euro 5's a lot better than Euro 4's. And as I've said on quite a few other videos, the only things that we normally find is either the horn itself or the headlight relay. That's the only couple of quirks that we've picked up on a couple of bikes. Everything else is all right. Now we're going to come in, rear brake, front brake. Does it stop? Yes, it pulls you down very, very quickly with progressive brake pressure. Just a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. You're not going to be grabbing handfuls of front or rear brake as hard as you can. That is when you're going to get your wheels to lock. So just progressive brake pressure is what you need to slow yourself down. Now there was a couple of questions that were asked to me in one of the feeds last night. I want to filter on my bike. Yes. And it was picked up on one of the forums, which is the Bedsbucks Northants Advanced Motorcycle Training, which I happen to be a member of. And someone asked me as well in one of my posts, can I filter between cars? Yes, you can. Motorcyclists are allowed to filter, which is a very, very simple thing. If you've got a gap between two vehicles, obviously as long as you make the vehicle aware or take your time filtering, you will get through traffic. And obviously we've got a lot of cars here, and we're just waiting to get around the parked cars, so no need to filter. I can sit back from the vehicles But if you do need to filter, then obviously do it to the offside. If there is a gap, it's a dual carriageway down the middle. But the question asked was, do I need to put my hazard lights on? No, you do not. Putting hazard lights on while filtering is actually a big no-no, so don't go doing it. And obviously waiting for all the kiddies. It is school day today, so I'm out early. School run is on. But around town, just pottering around town, absolutely perfect. But yeah, if you are filtering, obviously make the vehicle or to the side of you away. Make sure you're watching them. If you are on a dual carriageway and you see a gap, be a little bit wary, because a car could go for that gap without an indicator. So just obviously, if you see a gap in traffic on a dual carriageway and you're filtering, just make sure that you are aware any car could scoot into that gap and not use an indicator. So just awareness again, just keeping an eye out for yourself. I am going to head back to the garage, try and dry off, have my obligatory cup of coffee and my smoke break, and try and dry out. A couple more bikes and cars to do today, so we'll try and get them up on the feed for tonight. Don't forget, if you are watching this video, every Friday we normally live stream, or if you are on YouTube, I tend to go off into other live streams, but keep an eye on my social media, and you can find all that very, very easy place, which is www.revbomb.co.uk. Go on to the social media page, all the links are in there. There's also the link to Eclipse Motorcycles Facebook, Eclipse Motorcycles website. If you fancy getting your bike valeted, big bike, little bike, JM Auto Cleaner on my social media page. And also if you want your bike custom painted, so it's like a tank respray, nothing too fancy, but you want panels resprayed or you need your wheels refurbed, then Taytech is on there as well. Give Taylor a call and he does some really good paintwork. Will be a video coming up in the next couple of weeks of him respraying my Kawasaki, and that is going to be in 3-pack pearl green, so I'm looking forward to getting the paint pot on that by Taytech. As always though, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Comments down the bottom what you think of the Titans, what's your next bike, and all the questions that we asked. As always, next video up in the series, click that notifications bell. All the bikers I follow, all in the description down below on every single video. Go and check some of those out. And obviously being Friday, Jim Diesel posts tonight with his Finally Fridays. But until the next time, from a very damp and wet RB, be well, ride safe, and it's a big goodbye from me.